Hello, boys and girls out there in YouTube land. This is Clay of Major Disappointment Models, and I want to say first of all to all of us, all my brothers and sisters who served in the armed forces, who lost somebody they knew or cared for, and for those of you who actually lost somebody that was a family member in the armed forces, wishing you a Memorial Day, and hope you remember those loved ones. I started this back last November. I was going to do it for Veterans Day, but never got it done. Put it away because I was frustrated with it. It's an old Monogram kit, and it's supposed to be a snap tight, but you know what? It pretty snaps together, but man, it's horrendous. So there's not a lot of pieces, but as you can see, and good thing this guy's wearing a hat, there's some huge gaps in the model itself, you know. So you're trying to get this depiction of the statue in Washington D.C., and you've got these huge gaps under arms. You know, let me see if we can see it under here. And then, you know, the seam lines are really horrendous. And I've been sanding the heck out of this thing. And then you look at the boots and the gaps here. So I've got most of the seam lines sanded down. So now I'm going to take some filler and try to fill some of these. So this guy, you know, his arm looks weird here. So I might have to fill some of that gap. This one's not bad. This one's a little worse because he's not going to wear a hat. So he's got this huge space here, and I don't know if it's me putting them together or that's just the way the kit is. And then on this side, you got this gap over here, right behind his ear again. And then it runs down through his vest, and the rest is just seam lines. Just the seam lines are huge on this thing. So even though it's a bronze cast, I don't think there's that many seam lines on it. So again, trying to sand as much as I can, and then I'm going to have to go back and fill these gaps. So see, like, yeah, that could be a problem, you know. So, and it's kind of together. I guess I could squeeze some more and throw some more glue in there. But yeah, it's kind of ill-fitting. I mean, it's a nice model of a beautiful statue in Washington, D.C., but needs some more work. And then the last guy I got, I had to take him apart because it didn't fit together, and then I got him apart, and now I'm trying to re-glue it, and there's going to be some major gaps, and got to do some sanding. So, but yeah, it's not a bad, you know, except for the gaps, it's not a bad kit. And since it's a snap type, it's supposed to be pretty easy to put together, and it was. So, you know, it's just like, okay, how many pieces are there? You know, it's like, wow, you know, there's not a lot of pieces, very simplistic, you know, and, you know, what do you expect from an old model? See, was this one made in copyright 88? So, you know, shit, I was still in the service in 88. So, yeah, it's a 1/10 scale. So not a bad, you know, except for all the seam lines and stuff like that. It's really nicely detailed. I mean, the molding's really nice. It's just, I wish it would go together better. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can see the lines in his belt here. Look at the buckle. You know, ammo pouches, canteens with the cloth-like canteen covers. You know, it's a pretty good mold. I mean, you know, his flak vest, you know, they all wore them open because it was so damn hot. You know, looks pretty good. So as I get ready to fill it. You know, I got my water ready to clean up the filling. You know, so I've been getting better at using this. So the technique I've been using now is I'll fill the gap, let it sit for a minute or 2 or 3 or 4, and it gets semi-hard in the gap, and then just dampen the Q-tip, not soaking wet, dampening. So I'll dip it in there and I'll run it around the edge and then wipe it, the excess away, and it'll keep what's in the gap there and take the excess off of the other details. So I did that on some of the airplanes I've been working on. I decided to let them sit for a while because I'm going to have to paint, and you know me, I hate painting. So and then I'm going to do this. So wishing you all a great Memorial Day. Enjoy the weekend, but I want you to remember what the weekend's for. It's to remember all of those fallen my fallen brothers and sisters in the armed forces, from all the various wars and accidents and everything else. You know, some of us gave all and some of us gave a little, but we all gave something. So thank all my brothers and sisters that were in the service, and remember what this weekend's about. We'll talk to you later. Bye.